All right, welcome back. Sorry about that, a little late. Uh, but I'm here. I'm here and I'm early, actually, because I usually don't go live until around 3:30, 4, sometimes around 5. Here recently, I've been able to hop on earlier, and that's better for me. That way I can uh, be sure not to rush and cover everything that I need to cover. Because I always forget something. Because there's so much to share. Because this dog culture is so crazy. Totally crazy. Now, I know you saw the title and you saw the screenshot. Some of you may have read the article, may have seen the news report. And I'm going to deal with that. But right before I went live, I watched this. And this is horrible. People, dogs are causing so much terror around the world. I am surprised at how silent the media is about it. This is pretty crazy. So, you have this chaotic part of the society. Let's just say society, because it's not just the United States. This video here is in India. This completely out of control. But people's attention are distracted away from it based solely on propaganda. These are man's best friend. They're not a menace to society. So no matter how crazy dogs get, because people are so indoctrinated, people will never look at it as a problem that needs to stop. Now, look at the title of this article. That is why it grabbed my attention. Stray dog attack. Woman rams scooter into parked car after being chased by dog. Now, we've seen this happen before. We've seen people run into vehicles, on motorcycles, on bikes, trying to get away from dogs. So it's not just dog attacks that we have to worry about. It's not just dog attacks that hurt people. Right? You got stuff like this. And there is no way I could even visit India. There is no way. So, what in the world? So there was 3 people on that scooter. Looked like a woman and like her mother and her child. Crashed into that car, running away from a pack of 4 dogs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable what they're going through over there. And what they've been going through forever. And to think, there's a whole group of people over there in India trying to shame the general public for not feeding these things. Can you believe that? Trying to instruct the general public that if you don't want to be attacked by these dogs, you need to feed them. That's exactly what they said. That the dogs attack because you're not feeding them enough. Really? Why don't you just call them? I don't know. It would take the people in India, the everyday people. India got like a lot of people, if I'm not mistaken, right? I almost want to say that India has like a billion people. I got to double check that. Oh, wow. Really? 1.4 billion? 1.4 billion in that small country? The people could really get whatever they want. If the masses demanded mass cullings it would be. I think there is a lack of participation, cooperation. There's a lack of teamwork on part of the everyday people who have to live with this menace. And I don't know what more the dogs need to do to motivate people to protest. Not just protest, man, please. If I was over there, are you kidding? Because this is a form of tyranny where you're not safe in your own community. So if the government can't keep you safe, like, good Lord, do they pay taxes over there? If so, what are you paying taxes for? If you can't even enjoy a safe neighborhood, can't even step outside your front door safely. Wouldn't be taking my tax dollars. Wow. So let's hope something gets done. Something serious. Bans. Let's hope we could get more bans all over the world. Now, this story actually surfaced a few days ago. Was maybe 1 or 2 days ago. And this woman, it actually was not her dog. It was her neighbors. The people who live across the street are the owners of this dog. Now, I'm going to let y'all listen to it. Big shout out to everybody in here. I see y'all. All right. Everybody's comments just popped up. Good to see everybody. It is Monday. Right? Let's get the week started off right. Okay. Now this was actually uploaded on their YouTube channel about an hour ago, a little less than an hour ago. But they had actually created or reported on it in their website a day or two ago.
I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to bleed to death before the ambulance got here. I was fainting. I felt fainty. And everybody had me come up here and sit over here and put my head back and hold pressure.
This is Melinda Daniel, just 5 days after she says a neighbor's dog mauled her in her own front yard.
They go open their door and their dog darts out and just jumps at my face and...
Stop. There you go. Behaviorists, dog trainers, veterinarians, and all of you other dog experts, y'all get in here. This is a moment for you, okay? This is a learning moment for you. Because you don't know how to be a professional, gather information, I have to show you how it's done. You should be ashamed of yourself. Now, did you hear what she just said? She just described the attack. Okay? Let's listen again.
Open their door and their dog darts out and just jumps at my face and clenches on my nose.
Okay? So her neighbors open the door, and when they open the door, the dogs darted out. They've done this several times. Several stories I've covered where they've done this. Whether it be a front door or a vehicle door, whatever. Open the door, dog darts out, jumped, and latched on to her face. Okay, behaviorists, trainers, that is an unprovoked attack. Any questions? That's an unprovoked attack. She was not staring at the mutt. She didn't provoke it. You know, I want to push this because, again, next week is Dog Bite Prevention Week. I want to see how many of them gonna get it right. Or will everybody look stupid? Listen, I don't care if you're a behaviorist or whatever. Y'all better be careful about what you say next week. Because I know a lot of you, you're going to give advice. And each and every one of you who put out misinformation, I'm going to dedicate a live stream to whatever article, whatever tutorial. I don't care if it's on your website. I don't care if it's written or video. I'm going to share it and I'm going to expose your incompetence. Y'all better get it right. So yet another unprovoked attack.
It's out and just jumps at my face and clenches on my nose.
Melinda's attack comes after her son Brandon says the same neighbor's dogs attacked him on March 23rd.
This is her son. Is that son or grandson? He was attacked by the same dogs. It's like, what were you doing out there unarmed? You know, the people across the street got pit bulls, multiple pit bulls.
Melinda's attack comes after her son Brandon says the same neighbor's dogs attacked him on March 23rd as he rode a skateboard down their street.
Well, I went to hit him with my skateboard and they got too close to me and I had to create some distance in between me and the dogs. So I tripped over this dirt mound over here and I pretty much just covered my vitals. And this jacket right here saved me.
Melinda Daniel says after her son's attack, all 5
behaviorists, trainers, veterinarians. Did you hear that? That was another unprovoked attack. See how that works?
My vitals. And this jacket right here saved me.
Melinda Daniel says after her son's attack, all 5 of the neighbor's dogs remained in the home. She says police ticketed the neighbors, but the dogs never went anywhere.
Police ticketed the neighbors. Gave them a ticket. This was attempted murder. This attack on this man was attempted murder. His jacket is still ripped. As a result, as proof, the dog tried to kill him. And the owner received a ticket. Now, this is what I'm talking about, people. I can't live around people like this. I can't do it. And no matter where I move, I'm going to have that fence. I'm going to live stream. I'm going to show it to everybody. Okay, and I'm looking forward to having a home within the next 2 years. So be on the lookout for that. This channel going to get a lot more fun, okay? Especially once I become a homeowner, because then I'm going to have to directly deal with these lunatics.
Where? And fast forward 5 days, Melinda says she was attacked and is now demanding answers.
5 days later, she was attacked. Now, had they responded to the first attack, we all know this shouldn't have happened. He was attacked. 5 days later, she's attacked. But what I'm saying, this lady should not have been out there unarmed. Your son already was attacked. Why would you be unarmed ever stepping outside? Okay, now at that point, there's nothing anybody can do for you. Got a fair warning when your son got attacked, then you mosey outside with no weapon. You can't live like that. Dog lovers have taken that right from us. Taken our right to safely step outdoors. That's just the way it is. Okay? I know that sounds bad. Look, I don't like it. But you better be prepared, if nothing else.
Any answers on why the dogs weren't taken away after the first attack?
This should never happen to me. Those dogs should be taken when my son got mold. I shouldn't be here right now.
And both mother
You see, it sounds like they took that attack, that first attack, lightly. It's like, oh, it's just a dog. Bad doggy. Even when a dog launches a deadly attack, all attacks by pit bulls are attempted murder. Whenever that happens, people still minimize it. Oh, bad doggy. Oh, it's no big deal. It's just a dog. Because in general, people have accepted or they believe that you have a mental disorder if you're afraid of dogs, if you don't want to go around dogs, if you react seriously to an attack, people will act like something's wrong with you. Let's just put it out there. I know I'm not the only one that has sensed this. And I'm saying this for the first time, but I'm so confident I know other people have sensed this. The general public, even if they're not dog owners, they minimize the threat. We got to stop doing that. I think minimizing the threat is what got this lady attacked. You got a warning with your son, so you need to stay armed.
and son tell me it's incredibly frustrating knowing that this could have been avoided.
It's just one of those things that I can't.
You see, this is what ticks me off, man. The energy I'm getting from these people, from this guy and his mother, is that of people who are, they're not aggressive. They don't strike me as rugged, as thuggish. They don't strike me as aggressive people. They strike me as rather passive people. And these are the types of people that will brush it off. They don't want a conflict. So they don't properly respond to a dog attack. And I think that's exactly what happened when he was attacked. Didn't want no trouble. It's just a dog, brushed it off. We can't do that. We can't do that. And this is all the more reason why, if you are an alpha type, you need to take control of your block. Okay? Because the take charge types are relatively rare. Okay? And don't wait for others. Don't wait for nobody. You take the lead. Others will follow. When I I did get the attention of my neighbors about that dog that was driving everybody crazy. That put an end to that problem. It put an end to it. People, we got the power. We just have to work together.
And son tell me it's incredibly frustrating knowing that this could have been avoided.
It's just one of those things that I can't put into words. I really can't.
That is pathetic.
Their
And
dog darts out.
quite often, these types of people are attacked quite often. But what's driving me crazy is the stupidity of the general population. Like, it's hard for me to even accept it. It's hard for me to accept how ignorant people are. And I have to say it, dumb. A lot of this is stupidity, people, and it's horrible. Go ahead and share this story. Just surfaced. Well, it surfaced a day or two ago. but they just now posted it on their YouTube channel. So this woman is permanently mutilated. They can't save her nose. So she has a lifelong injury, and it's very visible. I take stuff like that seriously. Something like this happened to me. The owner of that dog better move out the neighborhood. And if he don't, he gonna wish that he had. I could not accept being permanently mutilated by some lunatic living across the street. No. And people, these nutters are lunatics, especially the owners of bully breeds. These people are lunatics. They're complete lunatics. And we need to get serious about this threat. Now, I want to give y'all an example of what I'm talking about when I talk about the stupidity and ignorance of people. Now, this story that I just shared, that is the title of the live stream, took place in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And as I looked for a report on the story, I found multiple stories coming out of Tulsa. And it's pretty crazy. Here's one just surfaced 4 months ago. Y'all remember I reported on this 4 months ago. Crazy when you're talking about just one city.
We have adult men that will not walk through our neighborhoods or up on that trail.
Y'all remember I reported on this. I know y'all remember this lady. She has a unique appearance. Yeah, that was Tulsa.
Neighborhoods or up on that trail because of the dogs that are roaming free in this neighborhood.
First tonight, a Tulsa.
So stray dogs are the norm in Tulsa. Oh boy. Might have to pay a visit to Tulsa. Just to, check on things.
A woman has a warning after her sister loses a leg in a dog attack. Thank you for joining us this Sunday night. I'm Chin Doan. News on 6's Caitlin Deggs is in the newsroom to explain what happened and what's next. Caitlin?
Chin, Tammy Copeland was attacked by 2 pit bulls near her house in West Tulsa almost 2 weeks ago. She spent a week and a half in the ICU and had to have her right leg amputated because of her injuries. Her sister tells me they're hoping people will be more careful with their animals. Tammy was walking on a bike trail to this Dollar General almost 2 weeks ago when she was attacked from behind by 2 pit bulls.
Oh, stop. I'm sorry, but you got to slow walk it for these experts, these behaviorists, these trainers, these veterinarians. Now, what you just heard was an unprovoked attack. Another unprovoked. Do you see the pattern here? How all attacks are unprovoked, but yet all of you say that all of the attacks are provoked? Oh yeah, you just not aware of it. There was something going on in the dog's mind, and the dog felt provoked. This is what they're trying to say. As if it matters. Look, if you coming at me with an axe, I don't care why you're doing it. My goal is just to stop you. You understand? Okay? I don't care what's going on in your mind. There's no form of provocation that could have taken place, even though I'm not aware of it, that's acceptable. You have no right to attack me. It's just as simple as that.
General almost 2 weeks ago when she was attacked from behind by 2 pit bulls. Her sister says her injuries were horrific.
I was walking up the bike path coming from the store, And my sister was covered in so much blood, I didn't even recognize that it was my sister.
Tammy has bite marks over her entire body and has had to get stitches in her arms and left leg. Because of the damage to Tammy's right leg, she made the decision to amputate it.
You see, this is what I'm talking. I'm not willing to go through this. And then to find out that the owner of the dogs is still free and probably still has the dogs. And the most that happens is they euthanize that particular dog. So, of course, the owner just go out and get another one. Oh, yeah, that's the type of thing that will cause major problems between people.
There was nothing left of her leg but one tendon, one artery, and one nerve. Everything else was gone. There was no saving it.
Her sister says it's become common for dogs.
Look at the severity of the injury here. The dogs completely devoured her leg. Okay? There's no limit to the damage that they can inflict. And y'all bringing these things into classrooms across the country. Okay.
To run loose in this neighborhood in hopes people will see what happened to Tammy and be more careful.
When I went up to the store 2 days ago, there was 3 pits running together, no owners, no leashes, nothing. Who owns these dogs? Why are they allowed to run free in this neighborhood?
And why do people put up with it? That is mind-blowing. Couldn't be me. A neighborhood with stray pit bulls? What? I would be defending myself. Even if that involved going out hunting the dogs. Sometimes that's what you have to do in self-defense. Go find them. Why isn't there whole teams of men, fathers, doing this? What is going on? Are people that lax, even when you have a family? Wow. So this was in Tulsa as well. This is in Tulsa as well. But this is not what I wanted to show you. Y'all remember that, though, I'm sure. You all remember that. I want to show you this one. Now, you're talking about ignorance, stupidity, low IQs.
I thought I was going to die. I was trying to keep them away from my throat and my face.
Tammy Hart was taking her sister.
And you know what? Let me not say that. I'm not going to say that. I think it's a brainwashing. These people are brainwashed. Because some of them snap out of it. And they don't understand how they could have ever been a dog lover. And I can sort of understand that. Even though I've never liked dogs, I tried to. Y'all remember I shared the story. I tried to. But it never stuck. These people are brainwashed, man. And this is a problem.
On Friday, when she came home that afternoon, Hart says 2 dogs across the street hopped the fence and started attacking.
Stop. All right. There you had again another example. This is another moment for the behaviors, trainers, veterinarians, others, all you experts. Did y'all hear that? That was the point where they explained to all of us that this was an unprovoked attack. Unprovoked. You see the pattern here. Every single attack is unprovoked. You're going to have to revamp your rhetoric. Okay? Okay, maybe you don't want to. Then don't. Don't do nothing. And if my channel and other people's channels become massive, we'll see if you want to address our criticism then. But it's smart for you all to change your act right now, while not that many people see how incompetent you are. Get on the right side of the road now.
Hospital on Friday. When she came home that afternoon, Hart says 2 dogs across the street hopped the fence and started attacking, dragging her across the yard.
Like it's just a pack of wolves killing a deer or something.
Okay, people, and each attack is a example of how unnatural, abnormal these mutants actually are. They're not even threatened, and they launch very relentless attacks that are prolonged. They don't stop, and they're not even provoked. Hasn't even done anything to them. All they have to do is see you. It can be from a distance. When you talk about unprovoked attack, dog attacks are the epitome of unprovoked attacks. It's like an over-exaggerated example. And these so-called experts still have the nerve to say that dogs will never bite for no reason. Dogs don't do that. Get out of here.
It's killing a deer or something. I was like pork chop meat to him or something.
Hart says she went through surgery Friday night, but expects multiple...
See how she minimizes this? And she's the one that was attacked. See how she minimizes it, laughs at it like, oh, it's just part of life. You know, dogs are family. She's acting like she was attacked by a family member. Really, not even that. You know, if it were a human, she'd be upset. She wouldn't be laughing.
Killing a deer or something. I was like pork chop meat to him or something.
See, because it's a dog, I can laugh about it. Ha ha, get out of here. And yes, I'm criticizing the victim because this right here is a pit nutter too. Yeah, this woman who was attacked, a pit nutter.
Hart says she went through surgery Friday night, but expects multiple other skin grafts and procedures.
It was awful. I mean, you're afraid, and you're afraid when you go in and you don't know what you're going to see. You see the pictures, but the pictures, they're not nothing compared to seeing it in person.
And they always blur it out. They never want you to see what dogs can do. Another problem.
The victim tells us without action, she fears this will happen again, and she worries about the children that live in this neighborhood.
I'm going to continue to fight for people that have stray animals that don't take care of them. And
see, this is why I don't like pit nutters trying to pretend like they're good citizens. No, you're not. You're terrorizing the community just like all the rest of them. These nutters, here, I'll let you hear it.
Do something to better our area with the animal control.
Hart filed a report as animal control was closing on Friday and is waiting on a response when they reopen Tuesday. This comes just 3 months after Mayor G.T. Bitten presented a plan to increase the department's staffing and improve the issue of loose dogs in North Tulsa.
I see straight.
Improve the issue of loose dogs, not loose anything else. There are far too many examples of where people admit that they are aware that dogs are unusually aggressive. Not man's best friend. These are the most aggressive animals towards humans on the planet. That's just a fact.
The dogs out all the time. I see people that walks the neighborhood that has to carry sticks and stuff.
Hart is pursuing legal action and hopes for the dogs to be euthanized, but she tells us this won't make her live in fear.
I have pit bulls, and they act like pit bulls are atrocious. Mine are like big babies.
Okay. Now this is a pit nutter who's also a victim of a pit bull attack. and she just set herself up here on camera, bragging about it. Even though her lifestyle, the lifestyle that she lives, actually caused the attack on her. But because it was a dog, oh, it's just funny, oh, it's just life, go right back home to my pit bulls. See, these nutters, they're so unintelligent that they truly do believe that because the dog doesn't attack them personally, that it doesn't bite. You follow me? How simple-minded. Y'all know exactly the type of person, the type of frame of mind that I'm talking about. They'll see that the dog won't attack them personally, and then they'll say, oh, it don't bite. And that's how a lot of people get attacked. Because of uneducated, ignorant people who are suicidal, who have a very, very weak grasp, very weak value for life in general, but especially for human life. These people are sick people. That's just the way it is. These are sick individuals. We got to call it how it is. Now, there's another story that I watched recently. Where is it? I think, was it this one? Let's listen to this. Another one out of Tulsa. He's all out of Tulsa.
An 80-year-old woman out for a walk in San Bernardino County is mauled and killed by two neighborhood dogs.
The woman identified as Soon Han was already dead by the time rescuers arrived. Let's get to KTLA Shelby Nelson live in Victorville, where...
Okay, that's not it. Another adult. You know adults. The ones who are supposed to be there for protection. When a child is around a dog, yeah, and these adults, they get knocked off fast and easy. They're no match at all, as a matter of fact. No match at all. Now, there's another story. I'm sure I'll run across it. Where did I see that? Yeah, this is crazy too. That's not what I was looking for though. Have y'all seen this story right here? When did this surface? Today, just a few hours ago. Owner trained dogs to be aggressive before they savaged a walker. They had one of those bite sleeves. They were seen teaching this dog to attack, and then it attacked. I'm like, what? Okay, really? She posted videos on Facebook before the attack showing herself and her partner using bite sleeves and dummies to teach them how to attack. Later filmed by a neighbor as they attacked and killed a greyhound in the back garden. See how easy it is for them? You know how pit bull advocates will say that pit bulls are not the problem. They'll say that the owner is the problem because the owner teaches them to be violent, teaches them to attack. Okay, my question is, how do you stop it? Okay, I hear you. I don't agree with you, but for the sake of argument, let's say you're right. How are we supposed to stop it? There's no way to stop it, right? Right. Unless, well, there's one way and one way only. And that is to remove the dogs from society. That's the only way to stop that. So what are they trying They're not trying nothing. They all have been saying this for decades, that it's the owners who teach them to be violent. Okay, so do something about it. You pointed out the problem. Where's the solution? You have none, because you know the only solution is to remove the dogs from society. That's all it is. Crazy stuff, and I still haven't found this crazy story that I'm looking for. Scared parents and kids hide from pack of dogs on the loose outside of a nursery. This surfaced a few hours ago. Yeah, this is that random nuttery right here. But be honest, people, I could do this every day. I could go over multiple stories like this. All would be kind of bizarre stories. Definitely serious stories. I could do this every day. That's how many stories surface every day. But there's just nobody dedicated. There's no massive engine. No multi-million-dollar corporations dedicated to exposing the truth. But there is big corporations dedicated to exposing or dedicated to lying and brainwashing people. And that's crazy. That is crazy to me. Totally crazy. So I'm sure that is a shock to no one. A nursery. It's almost like the dogs, they know where the kids are. They would have had a field day. You know, if the kids had, come out to school. Are you kidding? And y'all just want to accept creatures like that in society. Creatures that look at your young as prey. You are crazy. Y'all all crazy. Now, where is this story? This is a different story. 6-year-old girl was swimming in shallow water when she was attacked by a dog. Now, notice how they blurred her head out. Once again, they don't want to show you what dogs do to you. Nobody should trust that. I don't trust nobody who try to hide stuff from me. Try to conceal anything, information, images. No, show me that. I want to see whatever you saw. Because that is what will make people take this seriously. When they see a child with his or her face split open in 4 or 5 different ways, see, that will make people say, oh, this has to stop. And they don't want people to say that. That's why I say it's your responsibility. Get on Google and go look at the photos yourself. And there are a whole lot of them. You can stomach it. Right? Grit your teeth and bear the pain. And look at what these mutants do. So there's a 6-year-old who was out for a swim. So, hey, behaviorists, so-called experts, y'all trying to tell me a 6-year-old swimming somehow provoked a dog? Okay, here's the report. 6-year-old was swimming in shallow water when the dog attacked her. There you go. Don't tell me that the 6-year-old might have provoked it. You didn't hear that in the report, so you cannot inject that. You can't make no assumption like that. And even if you try, how exactly is a child going to provoke a dog if a child is swimming? Get out of here. Yet another and look at that. Once again, completely blurred her out. Oh, yes. Doesn't it really come off now as a crime? Doesn't it feel like this is a crime channel and I'm covering crimes. That's what it is. And the way they blur these images out, that's their way of trying to conceal the crime. Yeah, it is what that's exactly what it is. Let me share this, because all of these stories, I think, surfaced today. All of them. This one surfaced today. A lot of crazy stuff, man. It's going on. You know, I can't even say that we're having another wave of attacks because it really never stops. Just when you think that the attack stories have stopped, you know, you think there might be a pause, you'll get a bunch of stories, and many of those stories, the attacks took place on those days where you thought nothing was happening. Because the fact is, these attacks happen every single day. Every single day. Right, there's the link I just shared to this story. Pretty crazy story. You know, at least they, it's not a long article, but it is longer than average. Right, the average attack story. And this is that lady who crashed into that vehicle. What a menace. Like, India, what are you waiting on? They need to be riled up right now. I'm trying to inspire them. Man, there are too many of you to be this silent. They seem like they're very tolerant of these things. Can't believe they got a bunch of people out there who feed these things all the time. Are you crazy? Unbelievable. Now, this surfaced yesterday. What in the world? Man shoots and kills large dog attacking woman, small dog. Did y'all see that? There was another story surfaced of a guy who his dog was being attacked by a pit bull. He picks the pit bull up by its collar and slams it to the ground twice. And he got hit with animal cruelty charges. Here he was trying to, him and his dog was under attack. His dog, the pit bull, was attacking his dog. The owner was nowhere around. Slammed the dog a couple times, got hit with animal cruelty charges. You can't make this up. I might run into it here. Right? So yeah, a man shot and killed the dog. Good. Good. Man took matters in own hands when he witnessed a dog attack. Okay, good. That's how it's done. Don't walk up with a fly swatter, with a broom handle. You're little trying to swat the dog. Don't do that. Right? Stop, Fido. No, you got to blow these things head off. Especially a bully breed. Things they don't even feel pain. Pain makes them more excited. Good Lord. Now, I could have swore this surfaced yesterday, but it's dated for today. 11-year-old, have I talked about this? 11-year-old rushed to the hospital after a dog attack, and a woman is arrested for obstructing police and having dangerously out of control animal. Out of control animal. It's always a dog. But they want to avoid, you know, speaking about dogs in a negative way often. You know, they don't want to make it a pattern. Young girl rushed to the hospital. This took place in London. Okay. They say her injuries are not life-threatening or life-changing. Right? So that's good. But she might be traumatized. This is an 11-year-old, and 11-year-olds should not experience near-death experiences. You know, they shouldn't have to deal with someone or something trying to kill them. At 11 years old, you're still part of a protected group. Children are part of a protected group, or at least supposed to be, based on normal, natural standards for living organisms. And, you know, the only people who don't live like this are the nutters themselves. And so it's terrible. It's terrible. Okay, so good. He shot this worthless mutt. And this is out of control. Another story out of England, out of the UK. And it is buck wild over there in the UK. Have y'all heard about this petition that's going around? I read about this the day it came out, which is just a couple days ago, April 1st. There's a petition that's going around in Independence where they're trying to remove a pit bull ban. Independence dog lovers want to lift pit bull ban. Breed-specific laws don't work. Now, they plan on some type of demonstration, I think today, if I'm not mistaken, outside of the polling offices or whatever. But eventually, these types of petitions, they're not going to get any traction, right? People are going to smarten up. Now, look at this. So apparently over there right now in Independence, you can't even have a dog that's mixed with bully breed. From what I'm seeing here, it says in Independence, any canine displaying the majority of physical traits of a breed known as pit bull is banned. You know, but I don't trust that. Usually you'll find bully breeds in districts like this. They'll find some type of loophole. Oh, it's a lab mix, right? It's a golden retriever. They'll lie. I mean, the shelters specialize in lying. So, you know, take that for whatever it's worth. But in 30 days, they got over 3,000 signatures. If successful, could be placed on the next available ballot. The anti-ban group has the backing of the Humane Society, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Of course, they have the backing of these organizations, and that's the difference. These nutters, they have a bunch of money behind them. We don't. That's the only difference. That's the only difference between us. But we don't need big money behind us. All we need is to talk, right? To put it out there. Everything else will fall into place over time. But it was put in place in 2006 when a resident was mauled by pit bulls. The event did not occur because pit bulls are inherently vicious, they say. I mean, is that a credible statement in your opinion? That this was not the result of pit bulls being inherently vicious? I mean, do you understand what you're saying when you say that? You're talking about a breed that was bred to fight and kill and to fight to the death. to not stop fighting, to attack nonstop. You're telling me that that breed and those traits played no role in the death of this man? Okay, is that believable? Come on, people. These nutters, they're not smart enough. And it's really not a smart thing. Like, we just got we're using basic intelligence here. And it's sad. It's sad so many people, they don't even get it. Yes, it did occur because they are inherently vicious. What are you talking about? While they are physically strong, the dogs are no more dangerous than any other breed that can also be unethically trained to attack. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. She said they are no more dangerous than any other breed. Yes, they are. You need glasses? Okay, let's start with the muscles. You see the big, round, highly developed muscles on pit bulls? Guess what? Those muscles make those dogs stronger, which makes them more dangerous. You know, when a dog has more strength, guess what? It's more dangerous. How about that? Well, you never would have thought, huh? Okay, look, I'm trying to make sense out of what you're saying. They're no more dangerous than any other breed. Really? Oh, yes. Okay. Any other breed that can be trained to attack. Oh, so if I train a Chihuahua to attack, a poodle to attack, one of those wiener dogs, if I train those dogs to attack, you're telling me that the damage they would inflict would be just as much damage as a pit bull would inflict? You're making this argument, nutters, not me. I'm not putting words in your mouth. That's literally what you're trying to get people to believe. I'm putting out the other side of the argument, and people are free to believe who they want. But listen, I don't think you're doing a good job of supporting your argument. Okay. Proponents of the repeal contend, rather, an irresponsible dog owner led to the attack. You mean a dog owner, period? They're all irresponsible. Bites from pit bulls are no more prevalent than from other breeds, according to the Kansas City Pet Project. Soak that in. Soak that in. Now, reflect back on how I always call these people liars. Everything is about lying and being dishonest. It said bites from pit bulls are no more prevalent than from other breeds. So they're saying that there are just as many people that have been bitten by dogs of other breeds that have been bitten by pit bulls. Okay, but can we compare the severity of the injuries now? See, when you do that, and this might not even be true, because the truth is pit bulls may very well bite more people on average than other breeds. They already send more people to the hospital than other breeds. Okay, so there's nothing that even suggests that this could probably be true. You know it is more prevalent from pit bull attacks? Dismemberment. Let's compare that. Let's look at how many people end up missing chunks of muscle get a leg or arm amputated, lose a limb. Let's compare that. And let's see if French poodles and chihuahuas inflict as much damage as pit bulls. This is why your pit bull bans are going to be reestablished soon. And your attempts to remove bans will fail. I'm not even worried about this specific one in Independence. Right? It'll take a little time, but we'll get there. Okay, blah, blah. Okay, they're just, being a bunch of nutters. I'm going to keep an eye on this. And hopefully they keep the ban in place. Hopefully. That'll let us know a lot. I haven't heard about a pit bull ban being removed in a little while. I haven't. It's been a while since I heard about this happening. But now is like the worst time, isn't it? All these stories coming out. All these stories here lately. Pit bulls. I mean, their reputation right now is horrible. And they have the nerve to try to get pit bull bans removed. Well, it don't surprise me. So like I said, these pit nutters, these are not bright people. And I hate to say that. Look, man, I don't like to say that. The fact that they're pit nutters, that tells you that they're not that bright. Bright people, intelligent people don't own pit bulls. They just don't. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to show her her face for that long. Her mutilated face. Viewer discretion advised. Wait a minute now. Another elderly woman mauled to death. This is in Cape Town. Yep, this is a different woman. Looks like a woman in South Africa. Mauled to death. Stray dogs unleash terror in India. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You mean the same dogs that those nutters in India are telling people to feed? You believe that? They unleash terror on the streets. Yet you try to get people to feed them? Lord, Lord, Lord. There is no way. If I were a man, please. Please. They got too much respect for dogs over there. I am shocked that there are no groups of men out there handling business. As soon as the sun goes down, you should hear stories every single night, right, of whole communities of fathers taking care of business, making the community a safer place. This is shameful stuff right here. For this to be going on is shameful. And it really shows how people have no backbone. People have no backbone, man. This world lacks strength. Courage, man. I just don't get it. Life ain't worth living if you're not going to stand up for something. Like, okay, so what are you even here for? You're not passionate about nothing that's wrong, especially, man, like this is too problematic to just not talk about. But this is a crazy article. Over 15,000 stray dogs in one city. Okay, they're talking about one city. 70 to 80 anti-rabies vaccine doses. 15 to 20 new cases of dog bites are reported every single day in one city. One city. Every single day. Is that not a pandemic? So that's 15 to 20 attempted murders. Wow. And you actually got people out there saying, hey, they attack you because you don't feed them. Really? Man, what a slap in the face. Well, it's your fault that they're attacking you. You're not feeding them. Oh my goodness. I wish all dogs had to depend on me for food. Why? Why can't I be the one responsible for feeding dogs around the world? Yeah, that's too bad. I care. I care. Now, if something comes up and, it is what it is. Pit bull victim awareness does not stop pumping out videos. Here recently, they dished out 3 that I want to deal with. And I want to start with this one because it upset me. I could share his experience somewhat. Now, I guess this is a Ring camera or something. Okay, he's got surveillance set up. Now check this guy out. Check this guy out. He got cameras set up. What is he doing? Why he got cameras set up everywhere? Now you see him, he's right here. He sprayed something, maybe his garden or something. And then he looked next door. Watch this. See a dog? Now I had to stop it there because he kicks the dog. He kicks the dog. But did y'all notice what happened in this video? Right before that dog attacked, this man, the owner, he was over there rubbing on it. He's rubbing on it right now. Can y'all see that? I hope y'all can see this. My quality, I don't know what I did to the quality, but I hope y'all can see this. He's over there rubbing on that dog right now. Now, keep your eye on this man. Watch him. Y'all see that? That owner saw the whole thing. He watched. He watched as his pit bull started to run next door. He purposely allowed that dog to do that. Again, he's right here. Look at him. You see that? And he didn't start yelling until right now. He wanted to let that dog run over and violate his neighbor. He did that on purpose. He deliberately had it off leash, and he basically instructed the dog to go over there. He never tried to, he only called for the dog after the dog was on the man's property and clearly in attack mode. I think that neighbor did this on purpose. But did you notice this man is armed? Why is he armed? Then the dumb, brainless dog bites him. This is what they refer to as redirected aggression. What it actually is utter stupidity. It's an expression of the dog's brainlessness. They want to project it as something sophisticated, like a sophisticated animal type of frame of mind. Oh, it's an animal thing. Redirect the aggression. No. It's just dumb. It's clearly expressing how stupid and brainless it is. Just bites him because it couldn't attack the cat. And did you hear the neighbor yelling, "Oh, don't. Oh, don't shoot it." I would have shot it. And this is how people end up shooting their neighbor's dog. This piece of trash let that dog loose. And that man is armed because of that dog. That's why he looked over there after he sprayed his garden. And that is why he is out there armed. Because his neighbor terrorizes the community. This could not be me. Couldn't be me. Look how stupid this thing is. Ugh. You wonder why I hate these things. How can you not want to rid the planet of creatures this dumb? Oh my God. Why didn't you just shoot it? He had the perfect shot right down that mutt's mouth. He's lucky he didn't get attacked, because he would have gotten attacked because of his reluctancy, hesitation. You can't do that. You can't afford to do that. Stupid. Trash creature. And that is why they refer to these dogs as being a trash breed. It's because of how brainless and dumb they are. Go into attack mode. These things don't deserve nothing from us but euthanization. That's the only thing they deserve. Yeah, this was a bit much. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. And after it happened, y'all listen to the neighbor. After he kicks it, stupid mutant. Listen to the neighbor. Man, you should have shot that thing, man. Sorry about that, boss. Here this man was his life was in danger. Attempted murder. He walk up. Oh, sorry about that, though. See? This is not taken seriously enough. Sorry about that, nothing. See, I cannot have no filthy piece of trash like this living next door to me. You see how shocked he is? You see how he reached for his gun again? Because he knows that this is a very serious matter. And he knows that this was a crime. What you just saw was a crime. That was attempted murder. I cannot stand these nasty people. These dumb, brainless, nasty, funky people. And that is each and every pit nutter on this earth. I don't care if you're in the suburbs. I don't care if you bathe twice a day. I can't. Wow. Just terrorize a whole community. And he don't feel nothing about that. Just violated his neighbor. Just violated his neighbor. Sent his neighbor into fight or flight. Attempted murder on his neighbor. He don't feel one way or another about it. Because these are a bunch of sociopaths, man.
But this 4-month-old baby died in hospital as a result of his injuries, and now his brother too is also in hospital in a very serious condition. He is said to have life-changing injuries. Now, a lot of the neighbours here have been speaking of what they saw in the aftermath. I spoke to one lady in particular.
Okay, this is pit bull victim awareness. Pit bull snatched baby from mother's arms and killed the baby. Well, of course. Of course. These are killers. You know, it gets annoying seeing people act surprised that killers actually kill. You know, they're surprised at seeing these things do what they're designed to do. Like, really? You know, it's like being surprised at seeing a bird fly. Oh my God. Oh my God. I never would have thought. I never thought I'd see something like that. Now, the title of this video grabbed my attention. Owner charged 4 times in 14 months for a loose pit bull. Accused of biting someone. Really?
All new at 11, after attacking a neighbor's dog and biting a man, a pit bull named Boss keeps getting loose.
Oh boy. How about that? How about that, people? Now, for those of you who don't know, this is what they do to try to get the listener, the viewer, to connect with the dog. They share with you the dog's name. They're actually taught to do this in college. Always get the dog's name. Look it up. Google that. Google always get the dog's name journalism. So before we get started, I want you all to feel in your heart for this dog. Yes, it attacked multiple people, but this is a human being. This is a soul, an innocent soul. That's what they're trying to run on you.
A neighbor's dog and biting a man, a pit bull named Boss keeps getting loose. Boss is still at home with his owner, who's been convicted repeatedly of violating state dog laws. And now Chief Investigative Reporter Craig Cheatham examines the case and its impact on the families and pets involved.
Ghost. I can't go through with this. And this is not what I was looking for. Yeah, I can't go through with this. Yeah, there was another story that I was looking for that I think surfaced here recently. And I think there was a fatality. There was a fatality. Was this it? Might have been this. Where the owners of the pit bull, they're outside. The guy is taking his shirt off. He's covered in tattoos. And they're up here talking about how the dogs have never snapped at their daughter. and that they're good dogs. This is after the dogs had killed someone. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I can't find it now. But if I do, I will. I'm going to have to go over that. Because it was that infuriating. When you hear these people, and these were owners of pit bulls, you'll know what I'm talking about. Every single time I hear a pit bull owner speak, it's not only cringe. I'm not hearing anything thoughtful, intelligent, nothing. You know, it's starting to sound like you can't call them myths, but a lot of people say that owners of pit bulls, they're not that bright. Don't be in that group. Who wants to be viewed as a slow person? You don't want that. That's what you'll get when you become a pit bull owner. Hey, I didn't do it. I didn't make it like that. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So yeah, this is terrible. I really wanted to find that story of these people. Or maybe it is. Okay, where is it? Let me bear with me here. See if I might have, because I thought it was on the feed here. Okay, it might have been this one. Another one out of Tulsa.
Banging on a door in a fight over a cell phone.
This is it. This is it. Oh boy, my lucky day. All right, now brace yourself, people.
Over a cell phone ends in a deadly dog attack. This scene is in West Tulsa, near the corner of West Admiral Boulevard and North 49th Avenue. All new at 5, the owner of the dogs shares with our very own Brady Halbleib what happened in the moments leading up to the deadly confrontation. So Brady, what did she say?
Well, Mike, the owner says she tried to pull the dogs off of the victim, and now all 3 are in Tulsa Animal Control.
I feel so sorry for his family and him, and I wish that it wouldn't have happened like that.
Champagne Walker.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe she's sorry at all. So she's the owner. Now you look at her t-shirt. I don't know what it says. But up here you see it says, "I'm not a pit bull." Then it has a photo of a pit bull. And then down here it says something else. I'm a something. I'm going to figure out what it says.
Was sleeping when she heard someone knocking on her door Thursday morning around 6 a.m.
And I woke my boyfriend up, and I was like, someone's banging on the door.
It was her ex-boyfriend demanding she return his cell phone, claiming she had it. Walker's current boyfriend opened the door, and shortly afterwards, the 2 men started fighting close to the doorway.
They were just fighting, and then the dogs attacked him, and it came out to here because he backed up to get away from the dog.
But it was too late.
So, did the dogs just decide to attack him? Or were they sick on him? We don't know.
The 3 dogs attacked him before he could get away.
It really sucks. Really bad.
Walker claims she and her boyfriend tried to pull off the dogs, but were not successful, all while her...
Really? A guy that he was just in a fight with? Okay? You're fighting with another man. And your dogs attack that man. Were you really trying to pull the dogs off? Okay.
All while her 3-year-old daughter was just feet away.
They've never snapped at my daughter or anything.
Said the dogs never snapped at her daughter. Isn't that what they always say? That's what they always say. That don't mean nothing. Right? Your point?
would not bite anybody unless they were doing what happened.
See? He said those dogs would not bite anybody unless they were attacking him. Do you believe that? Of course you don't. But a lot of these people, they believe that. They believe that their dog wouldn't harm anyone. And they believe that just because the dog is not attacking them personally. And if they say that, if they believe that, they're not bright. It's that simple. They don't do research. That is irrefutable. They don't read. They're not clear-headed. They're not bright individuals. Okay? Don't be a part of that group. I need the young people to understand. Don't be a part, because it's going to get worse and worse for these people. Our numbers are going to multiply. Their numbers are going to dwindle. Get on the right side of the road now.
Or anything. Would not bite anybody unless they were doing what happened. They're good dogs.
Tulsa police responded to the home after a neighbor reportedly fired a single shot into the air, trying to scare off the dogs. No one was hit by the bullet. Officers then found the victim, and an ambulance took him to the hospital, where he later died.
It sucks that happened. It sucks that my...
Why couldn't you pull them off? The whole point of people being able to own these things is that they made it a law that you have to always be able to control them. You know, that involves you stopping an attack. You don't only prevent an attack from happening, you have to be able to stop an attack that's already started. And they can never do that. We have seen videos of multiple adults who can't stop one pit bull from attacking. Y'all really think they tried to stop multiple pit bulls when they were fully aware of redirected aggression? I have my doubts about that. All kind of crazy stuff comes out of Tulsa, man. Every other month, somebody's getting mauled.
Green Country families looking for answers after two dogs attacked their loved one on Sunday. Family says paramedics didn't know if Nikki Jameson would survive.
But as News Channel 8's Lily Cummings explains tonight, it's going to be a long road to recovery, and the family is hoping a short one to justice. Lily.
Mark, the family and I spent the day calling TPD and Animal Welfare. Now, as of right now, we don't know who owned these dogs, but we do know they were taken by Animal Welfare on Sunday.
Nikki Jameson is 67 and healthy. Her family says she walks her neighborhood near 27th and Garnett often. But Sunday morning, when she got home, two unfamiliar dogs were in her driveway.
She opened the garage, hoping to go in the garage around them. The smaller dog was trying to play with her. The bigger dog became agitated and attacked her.
Oh, that's unprovoked. That's unprovoked. There you go. It's that easy. Y'all have an easy job. All you have to do is document the details of each report and then inform the people of the most common scenarios in a dog attack. In this case, as far as dog attacks, the most common scenario is that it's unprovoked. That's just a fact. It is difficult to find an attack that's actually provoked. That story we just heard, that could be considered as an attack that was provoked. You know, after all, this man was in a physical fight with the owner of the dogs. But let me tell you, that's like the only and the first I've come across. Right? It's the rule that dog attacks are unprovoked. And we all know it. We all see how dogs bark at us just after looking at us. You don't have to do nothing to them. We all know that.
A man who lives nearby drove past and called 911.
She was in and out. She said she does remember waking up when the paramedics got here. I know when my aunt received the call, the officer told her she needed to hurry. She didn't think she was going to make it because there was a lot of blood.
Jameson lost an ear and part of her scalp, among other injuries.
Man, it looked like holes in her hand. Look at the severity of those injuries. I can't even show that. That looked gruesome. And I'm supposed to look at that. We're supposed to look at injuries like that as minor. Oh, it's no big deal. We're supposed to look at injuries like that as only being deserving of a fine. Oh, the owner, I bet he had to pay a hefty fine, huh? A couple $100, $200-300. You left with lifelong injuries. I don't think so. Won't be me. And I hope that it's not any of you. Now, I'm looking forward to doing a interview with Stars. I don't know how many of you remember Stars. Shout out to Ashar for sharing Star's story with me. Star's been a follower of the channel, supporter of the channel for a real long time. And she's going through a very crazy situation. I'm going to talk about that on a different live stream, and hopefully I can get her on the show so she could talk about it herself. Very, very crazy stuff. And it's interesting for me to get into the life of anti-dog people, hear about some of their experiences, because it's not easy being an anti-dog person. As you can imagine, a lot of people love dogs, so it could hurt relationships. There's some people, their home you won't go over, and that's just the way it is. But with some people, the dogs actually ruin their relationship. The dogs are the cause of people getting divorced, breaking up. So it's crazy how dogs have a negative effect on our existence in so many different ways. And in each way, it's like at an emergency level. It's very bad. Like it needs to be addressed. Our water being contaminated, the air, everything, the barking, the diseases, the list goes on. These things are far better off, and we're far better off with them euthanized. Each and every one of them. Let's make it happen. Don't be stupid. Presidents and politicians, ban these things. Y'all gonna have to eventually, you're gonna have to cater to us. Once our numbers get high enough, you're gonna have to cater to us, because you're not gonna get our money if you got dogs up in restaurants and whatnot. And when we have the option, we want those dog-free apartment complexes and everything, grocery stores, everything. That's the future of this world. Shout out to everybody able to join me for this semi-long live stream. The live streams are getting a little longer because I have to compile more into each one. I got to get back to doing the shorter ones. Got to get back to doing the shorter ones. And I will. I will start very, very soon. Yeah, I got to interview the real victims, man. A lot of interesting stories. And I hope you all are able to join me as we continue with this crusade.